This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So yesterday's session we discussed about add to cache shape, right? Add to cache, and what else we discussed? We discussed about return from cache shape, and remove from cache shape, right? Remove from cache. Yes or no? These are all three shapes we discussed in the previous session. So anyone have any questions or any doubts on this? Yeah. Okay. So basically, okay. So if I want to call sub process, which shape I can use?
Process call sheet.
Process call.
Process call shape. Very good. Process call shape is used to call the sub process, right?
Sub process.
So for example, let's say I'm calling the sub process, I'm doing some work in the sub process. Now after processing in the execution in the sub process, so the executed data, like after filter out data, after execution or flow is completed, the end of the data whatever the is there after a flow is completed, then I want to return back the data to my main process, or I want to return back that process, that data to any other application system which is available in the main process. How we can do? For example, let's say your main process is there. Okay, your main process is there. Okay, main process. So in the main process you are calling a two three sub process. Let's say one sub process you are calling. Sub process you are calling one sub process. So now in the sub process you completed the execution. Okay, you completed the execution, everything is done, you did mapping, you complete, no, you added a logic shapes, a logical shapes or executed shapes, all the shapes, and you completed the execution. Now whatever the output is there, whatever the output is there, now you want to return back that output to main process. How we can do? Anyone have any idea what I mean to say, what I'm trying to explain you? Let me log in into Boomi platform. So in the real time, we can use these scenarios very frequently. Let's say you are using one process. Okay, you're in the main process, you have a one sub process, you called one sub process. Okay, again in the sub process you will add a lot of shapes and a lot of execution, conditions, and logics, all these things. For example, let's say this is our process. This is our process. What we are doing here, basically, what we are doing here, let's say we are, here we are doing the, we are getting the data from the disk and we are catching into cache shape. Later we are, in the second branch we are using database shape, and we are getting the data from the database connection. After that we are combining the data and we are trying to send it into the target system, right? Let's say I want to call a sub process. Okay, let's say I want to call a sub process. Which shape I can use?
Process
Process
call.
call shape, right? Okay,
Skull
perfect.
shape.
So yeah, so process call shape. Can I reuse the already existed process? Can I use already existed process?
Yes.
SCX
Yes.
is
Sorry. So okay, let me create a one sub process. Okay, so which connector type I need to use? Which start shape type I need to
Data
use?
pass through.
Connector,
Data pass.
trading partner,
Data pass through.
data pass through. Why data pass through?
Data.
Data
We
pass
have
through.
Because our
already
Data
data
pass.
coming.
data can come to sub process. That's
Very good. So whenever you want to call the main data into your sub process, then we can use a data pass through, right? Very good. So I'm using a sub process here. Let's say what I will do, I will add some other shapes also. Let me save and close. Okay, that's fine. Say okay. So now here I'm connecting this shape to here. Okay, now what I'm doing, do we see any branches coming out from the data process, sorry, process call shape? Do we see any branches coming out? No, right? So now so after that, so let's say I want to use some data over here. Okay, what I will do, I will use some message shape. Okay, and I will add some message. Okay, this is, so what is the use of message shape? Hmm? What is the use of
Static.
message shape?
Then we change
Static
the
and
data.
dynamic messages we can.
What is the difference between message and notify shape?
Message shape not can be alter. Alter your data in message shape. Notify shape is
We
not
can't
alter.
send notifications by message set.
Is notify is without using
Very
the mail connector, we send the notification.
okay. So now let's say. So now that's fine. Very good. So and over that both are same. Very good. Okay. So now let's say here I am calling the sub process. What I want to do here, after processing it, now I want to return back this data to my main process. Okay, I want to return back this data, whatever the data is available in my sub process. I want to return back to the my 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 main process. There are two ways. What can you tell me how we can do one thing? Yesterday we discussed one thing we can do by using one shape. So what is the shape that is called? If you think if you think just take a time and think how we can return, how we can store the data, and how we can return.
Written document shape maybe.
Sorry.
Written document shape might be.
Other than that.
Upscore.
Hmm?
Upscore.
Okay, sorry, what? I didn't get you, Soha. What you are talking, what you are saying?
Up. Using the upscore.
Hmm.
And I'm
Okay.
not clear. And, you know,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, no problem. So now let's say, so this is my sub process, right? I have some data here. I want to return back. So now can I use add to cache shape over here? Can I use add to cache shape and I can store the data here? And later I can use a return document shape and I can retrieve the data in here and I can process it, right? This is a one way. This is the one way I can do. Because see, whatever the data which we are storing in the add to cache shape, we can retrieve anywhere in the process. If you are storing the data main process, then you can retrieve in the sub process. Okay, and if you are storing the data in the sub process, if you want to retrieve the data into your main process, you can do. Okay, you can do that one. Okay, one way, this is we can use add to cache shape. Another way is we have one shape called return document shape. Okay, return document shape. So return document shape is allow you to return the data what is reaching to that particular shape. It will allow you to your main process. Okay, it is allowing you to your main process. See, the return document shape is placed at the end of the document path and returns the documents to the calling source point, which is either the parent process or web services client application. So see, if you are placing at the end of the, okay, at the end of the process, okay, at the end of your path, at the end of your flow, you are placing the return document shape. So this return document shape will send that, okay, return the data. Now you can see here, when the moment when I am saving the data, you can able to see one path is coming out from the sub process. Now you can see here, one path is created, which means it is allowing to take the data which is coming out. Okay, whatever the data is available in the sub process, that data will come out in the main process. That data will return in the main process. Yes, clear? So this return document shape, okay, very important shape whenever you are working in the real time integrations. Okay, whenever you are working in the real time integrations, this return document shape is very important, because whatever the responses you are getting after the end of the flow, after at end of the flow, whatever the response you are getting, that response if you want to send back to your the source application, okay, then this return document shape is used to no, in the event based integrations, or is web services, in the real time integrations. Okay, so return document shape. So okay, which is used to call the data from sub process to sub process to main process. Okay, which shape is used to call the data from sub process to main process. So here, see, let's say for example, okay, now this is my sub process. Okay, now here what I am doing, here I am using, let's say, branch shape. What is the use of branch shape? What is the use of branch
You
shape?
can create copies. You can create copies.
Copy of
Okay,
original document.
it is used to create the copy of original document, right? Now let's say I have a four branches. Okay, I have a four branches. Okay, so now what I'm doing here, okay, I'm taking some four shapes, mesh shapes. Okay, so what I will do here, I will add ABC, right? In this I will add some 1 2 3 4 5, right? And in this shape, mesh shape, I will add some XYZ. Okay, so now here I will add a return document shape. Yeah, I will add return document shape. I can add return document shape. Okay, now tell me. Okay, so if I adding number of branches and number of paths are reaching to the return document shape. So now tell me, as we discussed previously, the execution of Boomi is how the Boomi execution will happen,
Sequential.
Sequentially
Sequence.
can be.
right?
Sequential.
Sequentially it will execute, which means the first branch will execute successfully, then the control will come to the second branch. If second branch is control execution is completed, it comes to its subsequent branches, right? So now we have a four branches, right? We have a four branches. Out of four branches, which branch is no now these four branches are connected to the written document shape, right? These four branches are connected to written document shape. Now tell me which message will return back first. Okay, how the written document shape will work, how the written document shape will work. Yes, it is very important. So very important note, the written document shape will wait. Okay, will wait until all the until all the paths execution is completed, and it will collect the data. Then it will return to the main process, which means, see, so whatever the what if you see, whatever the how many branches are connecting, okay, it will wait until all the branches is execution. all the branches execution is happening, right? It will wait until all the branches execution, then it will return all the data, whatever the data it is collecting, it will return back to the main process. So now let's say, let me execute this. Okay, now let me execute this. Let me save and close. Okay, let me save it. Okay, now test it. Okay, so we have a four branches, right? We have a four branches, we have a four messages. So the return document shape now come here. So now you can see here we have a shape source data. Shape source data is 0. Okay, now you can see, if you want to go get into your sub process, you can click on the arrow mark. If you're clicking on the arrow mark, it will navigate you into the sub process, right? So now you can see here, now you can see here, now it is collecting all the messages. Okay, even if you are connecting this first branch, second branch, third branch, fourth branch, it will wait until all the branches execution, then it will return back to the message to your sub process, sorry, main process. Now you can see here, now you can see here all the four messages are coming. Yes or no? Which means the written document shape will wait until all the process execution is completed, then it will return back to your main process. Okay, clear? So whenever, now you can see, so for example let's say, okay, now let's say in my sub process is that, in the sub process what I am doing, I am taking multiple written document shapes. Okay, multiple written document shapes. Now one and two. Okay, so now I'm taking written document shape. So I don't know which shape is connected to which shape. Okay, so now here I have four branches. Okay, I can say written document shape here, I can add. So now I have a four written document shapes. So save and close. Now here you can see here we are getting four branches. So do we know which branch is coming out from the which shape? I mean, so which branch is here? We have a four branches, right? One, two, three, four. Four paths are coming out. Okay, four paths are coming out. Okay, so by seeing this, which path? Okay, which path belongs to which path here? So if I come to return sub process, so this is one path, this is another path, this is another path, and this is another path. So which path, okay, which path is coming from, okay, from which written document shape? We don't know, right? Then how we can find out, how we can find out which path is coming from the which path, which written document shape? So for that, what we need to do, very very important note. Okay, very very important note, we need to add, okay, add name on the written document shape, which is very very important. If not, if you are not entering any name, it will not display any name. If you are entering some name, then it will the on that particular path the name will be displayed. So if you remember on the written document shape, sorry, on the when we are working with the route shape, depending on the condition, one branch is creating, right? On the branch the name is displaying. Same way, if you are entering some name on the written document shape, then that on whenever the branch is creating, the name will be displayed on the particular branch. Okay, so now we need to add name on the written document shape. If you are not adding any name, there is no name will be displayed. Okay, so for example let's say this is my sub process, right? Now what I will do, I will add some name here. Okay, you can see here we have a display name, right? So I will add first one. Okay, now I will add here 2, I will add here a 3, and I will add here a 4. Okay, now if I save and close, now you can see here branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. So now the name is coming, right? Then by seeing this name we can easily find out, okay, this particular branch is belongs to this particular written document. This particular branch is belongs to that particular branch written document. Likewise we can identify, right? So it is very very important, whenever you are working on a written document shape, you need to enter the display name. If you are not entering any display name, it will not return any name on the path, on the branch. Okay, so it is very very important, when you are working on the written document shape, you need to enter the names. Clear? Clear? Anyone have any doubts or any question till here? Yeah. Yes. Oh shit, are you guys following?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions, we'll move forward and let me test it out. Okay, now you can see here each and every branch is executing, right? If I enter into sub process, if I get into sub process, now you can see each and every branch is executing, each and written document path is, written document shape is executing. Whatever the data is coming to the written document shape, it is sending back to your main process. Okay, this is how it will work. Clear? Yes. Anyone have any questions or any doubts? Okay, so now come here, come back to your main process, sub process, get into this. Okay, here executing everything. If I come back to the main process, why these two branches are not executed? Why these two branches are not executed, 3 and 4? Yes, before it executed, right? Now why these two are not executing? if you
End
if
and
you come,
continue.
Top shape.
Top shape end and continue.
sorry,
Top shape end and continue ఉంది కదా. So
sorry, who's that?
Checkbox.
Prasanna.
Checkbox in stop shape.
Who's that?
Prasanna.
Okay, very good. So here, see, here in the stop shape, here it is saying that end and continue, right? Here it is saying that end and return, which means it is stopping the flow here only. Whatever the execution is coming, completing here, it is not allowing to return back, right? Return, it is not allowing to go further, right? So these small things you need to keep it in mind whenever you are working in the real time also. Okay, it, see this small checkbox how much impact it's showing, right? So now you can see and then continue. Very good. Okay, any questions still here? Anyone have any questions or any doubts? Yes. Okay, so now if you don't have anything, so which shape is used to do the database operations? Database operations, so if you want to do no, to connect with the database, and if you want to do the database operations and collect the data, which shape
Database.
we can use?
Database.
Database, right? So very good. So in Boomi, apart from the database of connector, there is a one more shape which will help you to perform all the operations on the database. Okay, so apart from that, apart from the, Okay, it is very important. Okay, not in the real time perspective, in the interview perspective, it this shape is important. Okay, in the real time, no, rarely we will work on it. Okay, rarely we can work on, rarely we can use this shape, but in the point of no, interviews, in the perspective interviews, this shape is going to be play a crucial role. Okay, apart from the database, apart from the database connection, database connector, there is one there is one more shape. Just give me a second. There is one more shape which will help you to perform the operation, the database. So which shape is used to perform on the, so that shape is called program command shape. Okay, program command shape. So the shape is, see, whatever the actions which we can perform, like we can perform the select, right, we can select, we can do insert, we can do update, we can do delete, right. These are all the actions we can do by using database. So all the actions can be done with the help of program command. Okay, program command shape also. Okay, except one shape. Okay, this program command shape is very important whenever in the point of, whenever, for example, let's say you are working in the database. Okay, let's say you have a 10 records. Okay, 10 records are inserted into the data, or no, out of 10 records, some 6 records already inserted into the database. That seventh record getting failed. Okay, due to some issue, the seventh record getting failed. Now you want to roll back. Okay, already inserted records are there. You want to roll back those 6 records from the database. How we can do? How we can do? It is not possible, right? See, already they inserted and they placed in the target system. Again you want to roll back. How it is possible? By using database, it is not possible, right? So there is a one shape called program command shape. By using program command shape, we can roll back already inserted data also. Already inserted data also we can roll back. Okay, we can roll back from the database. So this program command shape is used to improve the performance. We can speed up the database operations. It have a look. If you want to speed up the database operations, if you want to improve the execution time of the database operations, we can use the program command shape. And moreover, for store procedures, okay, if you have aware of store procedures, then this database, okay, this database program command shape is used to work on the store procedures. Okay, more are on the work on the store procedure tables. Okay, so now by using program command shape, we can perform, by using program command shape, by using program command shape we can perform certain actions on the database. Okay, which will help you to perform some database operations. Okay, database operations, that whatever the database operations we can do, all the actions can be done by using program command shape. But very important note, we cannot perform all the actions. Okay, see, so whatever the actions we are performing by using database, like no, select queries, insert queries, update queries, delete queries, right, all the actions we can perform. But except one operation we can perform all that. Okay, that is we cannot perform. Okay, we can not perform all the all the actions all the actions. Okay, they are, it is very important note guys, it is very important, keep it in mind. Okay, so by using no, interviewer might ask like this. Okay, which action we cannot perform by using program command shift. The answer is the the no the action, the operation which returns the data. Okay, which retrieves the data from the database. Okay, that is select, right? Select means we are selecting the data from the database. That select operation we cannot perform by using program command shape. Okay, so we cannot perform all the actions. They are only the operations, those does not involve the return or retrieval of the database. Okay, database. See, what if you are selecting means select option is used for selecting the data. Select means you are pulling the data. So this program command shape is not used for the select. Okay, which are will not return any data back from the database, can be also performed by using program command shape. Okay, another important note. Okay, the operations which will not, okay, which will not return, see, the operation which will not return any data, right? Any data back. See, I'm telling here, any data back from the database can be also performed, right? As I mentioned you, right, if already some no records are inserted into the database, already they placed. Now if you want to roll back them, then we can use program command shape and we can get it back. Okay, we can get it back. Perform by using program command shape. Okay, so whatever the actions we can not perform by using program command shape, one is select. Okay, one is select, that is select. Okay, I'm clearly mentioning here. Okay, we cannot perform select operation by using program command shape. And whenever you want to roll back or return back, it is not returning from by using database of no database, we can use that program command shape and we can roll back or data, we can bring that data back from the database by using program command shape. Okay, clear? So now we'll get into the Bhumi. I will show you. Okay, so I will not show you practically because in the practical we cannot use this program command shape extensively, but I will show you here. Okay, now you can see here the program command shape enables database and system level commands. And one more important note. Okay, by using program command shape, we can perform system level command. System level command means when Atom is on Windows or Linux. Okay, when we are installing the Atom in Windows or Linux, so the system level commands .exe or .bat files, some scripting. So if you want to perform, okay, then we can use the program command shape. Okay, note, by using, okay, program command shape is used to perform the system level commands. Okay, program command shape program command shape is used to perform system level commands. System level commands meant like like when atom, okay, when atom, so we are working with atom, right? So when atom is on windows, okay, is on like is on windows or linux, for example, let's say windows, okay, windows, if you want, okay, want if you want to perform like dot exe or dot bat, right, like files, dat files or exe files, that files will be there, right? Dot xml dot dat files, something like that, we have a system level commands dot exe dot bat files. So scripting, some scripting levels, okay, can be used, okay, can be used by using program command shape. We can use we can use the we can use program command shape. So no, practically, in the real time, practically rarely we can use this program command shape, but okay, whenever in the point of certification, in the point of interview, this program command shape is important, that's it. Okay, in the real time we will not work on more on this, okay. Okay, program command shape, okay, we can use the program command shape. And one more important note, that is program command shape is used for more stored procedures, okay, stored procedures, and it will speed up, okay, speed up your database operations, okay. The program command shape is used to speed up your it will speed up your database operations, okay. So now get into Boomi. Now you can see here, so here it is asking to connection. Now you can see here program command shape is type of, so we can do the SQL statement, we can write store procedure, you can write, and system command, which means system level commands we can perform, right? So SQL, it is a alternate to the SQL, means database, and store procedures we can perform, and system level commands if you want to do. So let me go with the written document, sorry, SQL statements, okay. So now here once per execution, okay, once per execution, run once per execution, which means, okay, if you are getting multiple records, if you want to do only once, okay, or if you want to collect all the records at a time, and if you want to perform at a time, then we can select this one, okay. So now you can select the connection, database connection, and you can write here your query, right? You can see here whatever the command you want to write, you can write your select query, or sorry, select, other than select you can write anything, edit or insert or update or whatever the operations if you want you can do. And here from here you can write like any variable, means parameters, if you want to add any where clause parameters you can add here, okay. Let's say insert into,
Into,
right, sorry,
into,
yeah,
INTO, into.
okay, you are learning,
Table name and
right, very good. Table name sf account, okay, then
table name,
mm,
table
then
name, like name, work values, name
values,
values.
some I can
Uh,
say, okay, abc is my name, okay, you need to put this in double quotes, okay, whenever you are doing insert action you need to put in a double quotes, okay. And id is some 1 2 3, right? Even if you are putting id also in double quotes, then some x y z, okay, in double quotes. Okay, now I want to do this. I want to insert the data, right? Select insert into table name the values, right?
Yes.
Okay, so where can I place like here after after this, can I place? Yeah, let me do this one. Stop. Okay, save. It will work. Yes, it will work.
Yes, it will.
Okay, let me try. But this program command shape, we will not work more on this program command shapes. So rarely 99% will do all the actions with the database connection only. Whenever it is required for some of the some of the cases only, we'll work this with this program command shape. Okay, that's fine. We are getting an error. Okay,
Like
missing something is
SQL command, SQL statement is missing. Like insert into table name, like columns. In the bracket we have columns,
yes.
then values.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Insert into,
SQL Oracle. Okay, where?
insert
Here.
into table names. We have table name. Can you remove the values? Value.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like in the bracket we have column names first. In the table name, whatever the in the table, whatever the columns we have, right? Name, some email.
I think it will work like this
I
also.
can text you. Uh, this
Name,
link
name equal to.
I'll give you in the chat.
Okay. So guys, whenever whenever I told you, right, go through this insert commands and select commands and update commands. Okay. So if you go here, we have a W3 schools. Okay. From here you can learn. Okay. All these things. Okay, you can
I
see
have given in the chat.
tutorial we have. Okay, so all these things you can learn from here also. Okay, if you want to insert data here, where insert into, yes, right here command insert into, right, you can
Column
select
names and
some
values.
query and you can insert the data. Exactly, very good. Right, what is your table name now?
SF account.
FS account, right?
Yes.
Right, column 1, what is your column 1?
Name. ID.
Name, right?
Name. Okay.
And your column 2,
Um,
what is happened to my system? ID,
column
right?
2. ID. Okay. ID. Name.
ID.
ID. Phone.
Then column 3,
Location.
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 Phone.
location.
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 Phone. Uh,
Location. Then we have a phone,
phone. Yes. We can.
right? Values. Then values can be anything I can write that. Okay,
Anything.
like a b c. But whenever you are writing this name values, you just put it in a double quotes. Okay. comma, and ID might be 123. We need to put it in a comma, then location HYD, right? Comma, then phone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 some 8 9 10. Okay, then comma. Okay, fine. Anything else? Let me test it out. Again, we are getting an error.
Can you give
Let
it
me
in
check what
single quotes? Single quotes,
invalid
like
character.
value, value ID. ID you are
Invalid
given in double quotes, right?
single quote.
Yeah,
Uh,
single. Very good. And phone
Single
number
quotes
is
or
also a wire.
normal? Ah,
Let me check with this also. Okay, invalid character ID location for that's fine. Again, we are
you can
getting an
remove the
error.
single quotes also. You can remove the single quote also
Okay,
in
let
the
me do
query.
that one. Yes, for it is IDs,
Change.
right? IDs no need.
Yes.
Okay, even in the I will
Hmm.
explain you in the whenever we are discussing about JSON formats. So we have different data formats like booleans, characters in float. So at the time to which character data type we need to put a single quote or double quote, or when it is not required a single quote or double quotes,
Hmm.
that time also I will explain you. Okay, so when we are
Hmm.
discussing about JSON format of data, again we are getting I think.
HYD, you can in single code you can give that value like Hyderabad location, right? Location.
No, I think no.
Uh, Single quotes. ABC also single quote. Just try. Then we can.
Invalid character. It is saying invalid character. What do you mean by invalid character?
Uh, Invalid character. It, that character. Uh, insert info.
Can say table name values. Okay, that's fine. We can put it in a single quote or a double quote. This is not a matter for us. Let's say with a single quote. Okay, here it is in single quotes. Even we are getting an. I think. Okay, got it. Let me check the fields. What are the fields we are getting? I think. What is the data we are getting over here? Yes, ID, Hyderabad, batch, tell, not this one.
Pawan, I have shared one thing on your WhatsApp.
Okay, let me do this one first. Let me check us actually what are the fields we have. Okay, name, ID, parent name, location, phone number. That's fine.
Column is correct. Phone, column name, phone.
Let me check.
PH.
Name, ID, location, phone.
Can we give semicolon?
No.
Like semicolon after that insert statement after that phone number we are giving semicolon, right? Lastly,
No.
last.
Here.
Here. Can you,
Okay. Let me do.
In values, we can use single quote and comma for each field.
We given right.
Yeah, but 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
After
comma
okay,
is
1,
it's
2,
there.
3,
fine.
we
Yeah,
use
it's
single
fine.
quote, semicolon last after bracket.
Just now we
Yeah.
removed, right? Semicolon. Once we
But
can test.
without semicolon, how can we run?
Yes, that is what I'm telling.
Uh,
Okay. Let me do test. Let me check. Just give me 1 minute. Let me check. Invalid character. Okay. For which?
like we no need to give any space. You given any space
No, it's not.
column. Uh, character means and place.
Something missing here somewhere. Okay. Okay. Let me remove ID first. Let me check without ID. And let me do. Okay. ID and this phone number. We'll check. Okay. We'll insert these two. Let me do this one this way. Invalid character. Okay. Okay. Let it be. I will check and I will tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay. Now it's 9:30.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone have any questions or any doubts still here?
Pavan, like, can you
Yes.
please like explain that written document? I have missed that, if you don't mind.
Which one?
Just one. Written document.
Yeah, written document is used to return the document. See, if you want to return the data which is available in the sub process, if you want to return it back to your main process, then we can use the return document. Okay, basically
Oh,
this
okay.
no, whenever you want to return back the data into your main process, okay, we can use the return document.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. Simple. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
then thank you guys. Thanks so much for your time. We'll see tomorrow. Okay.